Hammer Gang. Because we always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Now, as you guys can see on the thumbnail, for those of you that don't know the players by face, maybe just by number, maybe don't know the names or whatever, that would be Deshawn Troutman. Linebacker for the Miami Hurricanes. Basically, we're going to get into that, but I got a few things to talk about before we get into that. So, as you guys know, it's spring. Practice been going on. The ACC spring games are starting. So, if you want to watch some football, some college football, the spring games, you know, ACC Network, ESPN, and all of that, today you can start doing so. The rival that's up in North, you know, the North campus of Miami, you know, Tallahassee, Trailer Trash, or whatever, our second home, because we own, you know, Doak Campbell Stadium or whatever you want to call it. The Florida State Seminoles, their spring game is today. So if you guys want to tune in and watch trash versus garbage, you know, you won't miss anything. You know, the Basuda game. Basuda, for those of you who don't know, Basuda in Spanish means trash, garbage, and all of that. That's pretty much Florida State. But anyways, things that are going on. So Deshawn Troutman, reports are coming out about him. So we're going to get into that in a second. Caleb Johnson. Most of you guys are not familiar with that name. He's not a Miami Hurricane. He's not on the team, the roster, or anything. He's a UCLA guy, linebacker to be exact. You know, we're missing a lot of linebackers, and you know, we haven't been hearing too many things about linebackers. We have been hearing some positive things about the guys that are on, that's put in work. You know, Wayman Steed and Corey Flagg, Keontre Smith, and so forth. So that UCLA guy, Caleb Johnson, has hit the transfer portal. Miami is, that I've heard, reached out to him. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that develops. Now, last night, 9:00 p.m. our time, 6:00 Pacific time, California time, whatever. Connolly Jr., Josh Connolly Jr., 5-star offensive lineman, made his commitment. Miami was a part of his top 6. He ended up choosing to go to Oregon. So it is what it is. We can move on from that kid. Now, from what I've been hearing, the recruitment with him had been going up and down. You know, he's been acting, you know, pretty weird and whatever. So when you see those signs, you can kind of tell that they're not coming. Plus, you know, he's over on that California time. So, you know, USC, Oregon, those schools was basically leading for him. So Caleb went to, Josh Connolly Jr. went to Oregon. You know, good luck to him. Now, Deshawn Troutman. Yes, Deshawn Troutman. Now, allegedly, I'm going to say this word allegedly because I don't know the specifics behind it, and I do not want no legal ramifications or any slander coming from my way to anybody that represent the University of Miami or played or is no longer on the team or is suspended. Now, from what I'm hearing and from what I've seen that's publicly on Twitter and out into the whole Canes Nation atmosphere, Deshawn Troutman got in an altercation with his girlfriend where, from what I'm hearing, he punched her multiple times over her body. Not specifically any parts of her body that been told, but from what we're hearing reported by law enforcement, that he punched her all over her body. Now, I'm not sure what led up to the altercation, you know, but I'm pretty sure in due time we will know. And if we don't, you know, that's tough. But Deshawn Troutman has been, you know, suspended indefinitely from all teams activity. From what I'm hearing, he's no longer on the team. And I went on Twitter right before I actually made this video, and I seen that Danny Boy Kane, shout out to Danny Boy Kane, I think his name is Danny Rivera, but shout out to him. I seen that he said that he's gone, so I'm not quite sure the specifics behind that, but if I had to guess, I would say that, you know, he's no longer on the team. They're letting him go, whatever this, that, and the third. So for a guy like Caleb Johnson from UCLA, that just opens up another spot on the team at linebacker. You know, we do need those guys. It is what it is. So anyways, man, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like I tell you guys, On this channel, whatever I know, you know. Whenever I get the news, you get it. Now, this is not something that I woke up to this morning. This is something that was being reported yesterday while we was doing the live show. My last live show, if you guys go to my channel, go to the video section, you'll see the live show. I think it was like an hour and 40 something. I had Coach John Drummond on with me. You know, he's out there at the practices. He's out there. He sees what's going on. That's what I try to do for you guys this off season. Bring you guys the insiders, the guys that are actually there on the field. You know, Footballville, he's out there on the field and everything like that. He has his channel. He give you guys the information. So, I mean, if he didn't have a channel, he would be one of the guys that I reach out to. You know what I mean? So I try to reach out to the other guys that are there and stuff like that. Shout out to Footballville, man. That dude does absolutely great job. I love it. Footballville, I don't know if you watch any of my videos, but if you do and you get to this point, I'm inspired, my guy. I'm very inspired. I love what you're doing. Love it. Anyways, yeah, man, like, share, subscribe, and go check out some of the videos. Like I said, college football, I will be trying to do more stand-up, you know, comedy with the things that are going on in college football, you know, the drama, the funny stuff, you know, Florida State, the Gators, you know, anything that's making the airway, we're going to start talking about it, but in a comedic way. Now, the greatest thing about me doing stand-up comedy on this channel about events that happen in college football, nobody cannot walk up on stage and slap the mess out of me. Nobody can walk up and slap the mess out of me. So it is what it is. I can make fun of the situations that's going on. Now, I will not verbally attack anybody, and I will not go too far or say some things that is unnecessary. You know, at the end of the day, I do view kids, well, young men, as, you know, NILs. I view them as NIL. If I come on there and I make things sound worse than it already is, I could be messing with their name, image, and likeness. So I don't want to do that. I want these kids to prosper and make money and all that good stuff. So the comedy show will not be basically attacking any kids and anything like that. But the coaches, when you do something stupid, like, you know, a guy like, you know, Dabo Sweeney and, you know, other names, I'll come out here and I'll go full in on them, you know, still keeping it respectful. But anyways, guys, make sure you liking the video, subscribe to the channel. The next stand-up will, you know, probably air this week sometimes. I'm doing it by episodes. Try to keep them at least 15 minutes or so. Try to see if I can, you know, lighten you guys' day, give you something to listen to and watch or whatever, this, that, and third. Some of the things that I will touch on in the next stand-up. Texas A&M, players stealing stuff over there. Will not put no player's name in the video. Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher, and all of them, I'll talk about them. And if any other things come up, you know, during the week about college football, we'll talk about that too. We'll also be talking about the delusional Florida State fans that are putting out graphics saying that Florida State will go 12-0 this season.